The 1996 film City Hall, starring Al Pacino as the mayor of New York and Danny Aiello as a corrupt Brooklyn political boss, wasn't a very good film, but it had a great scene between Aiello's character, Frank Anselmo, and the New York City crime boss he worked for, Paul Zapati, played well by the very able Tony Franciosa. The heat is closing in on Anselmo. Anselmo is taken in. He could give up Zapati, so Zapati stops by for a chat. Anselmo tries to assure Zapati that he can fix the problem, saying, 99 out of 100 times we can beat something like this. To which Zapati responds, I don't like those odds. Zapati, who already made up his mind as to what needed to be done, then tells Anselmo in classic mafia metaphor lingo, I tried to close the door, Frank, couldn't get it shut. Take the pressure off yourself. Here's the thing. They tell you, yeah, sure, you have the key to the cell, go ahead. But you won't be able to open it without singing, yeah? You're a singer, Frank. Anselmo, pleading for his life, responds, give me a chance, and I'll show you how quiet I can be. Zapati then offers the unmistakable death threat dressed up as friendly advice. It's out of my hands, Frank. Do the right thing, will you? Make it easy for yourself and your family, yeah? The next scene is Anselmo pulling off the side of the road in his car and eating his gun. The scene is a close approximation to what has played out for Hunter Biden over the last several months, right up to his dad's post-conviction embrace. The Biden hillbillies tried to use their crime family clout to close the door when they got federal prosecutor David Weiss to agree to a plea deal that would have made the gun and tax fraud charges go away with a slap on the wrist. No felony convictions, no jail time. But they couldn't get the door shut when trial court judge Mary Ellen Noriega rejected the fix. Hunter is family, so the resolution is not as severe as it was for Anselmo in City Hall. Given his functional confession to the gun charges, the resolution for Hunter is to do the time for the old man, at least until the old man is in the post-election position to pardon him. Thus, Mr. 10% showed up post-conviction to hug his baby boy Hunter as if to tell him, keep it together, keep your mouth shut, now we have the narrative we needed. After November, we'll build back better our influence peddling operation. For all the talk of Hunter skating his whole life and never being held accountable until now for his reckless, shameful, and often illegal conduct, it's the big guy who continues to have a four-leaf clover securely up his anal passage, particularly with Hunter sticking around to serve as his human shield. So now the former president and the current first son are both convicted felons. That's advantage Biden. A sorrowful father accepts his son's conviction because no one is above the law. Another tragic chapter for a family who has endured so much, the D.C. press corps will report. Like so many families, the big guy worries only about his son's well-being and prays Hunter continues to stave off his addiction demons, the D.C. press corps will report, characterizing Joe as a doting father who just loves his son and is worthy of our empathy. Hunter's legal wranglings ironically serve as a tourniquet to stop the Biden crime family from bleeding over onto Joe. The spineless caucus of House Republicans continues to block articles of impeachment against the president, so Biden gets a pass. Meanwhile, Trump doesn't accept the Manhattan jury verdict. He is cast as someone who believes himself to be above the law, which is a tell as to his authoritarian impulses. He's an unlikable cad who got caught, blames everyone but himself, and in fact, we should live in fear of a Trump planet, which must be prevented at all costs, the D.C. press corps will report. The Lawfare hasn't worked out quite like the Biden hillbillies conceived it. It's worked out better. Throw enough lines in the water and you're bound to get a bite. Yes, the grotesqueness of Fawny Willis, the Laventry Barria nature of Jack Smith, and the weakness of the witnesses and case in chief against Trump in Manhattan have all blunted the political impact desired by Biden. But the convictions have slowed Trump's mo, and we're only at the beginning of $500 million worth of a media barrage designed to engineer the next moral panic, which is, say it with me, we can't have a convicted felon in the White House. And this is to an electorate inclined to give the system the benefit of doubt and to subscribe to aphorisms like no one is above the law. In the film City Hall, the mayor, played by Al Pacino, is implicated in the corruption that resulted in the Danny Aiello character taking himself out. Pacino is convinced to walk away. He quietly retires from politics. That's the fictional world of Hollywood. In the non-fictional world of Washington, D.C., Biden isn't going anywhere quietly. I'm Dan Proft with a counterculture commentary.
Please like this video and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And please leave a comment in the comment section. We'd love to hear your thoughts.